Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Tuesday, let's see, this is August the 13th, isn't it? 2013 City of Commissioners meeting. If we seem really occupied up here tonight, we have new tablets. And, you know, nothing works the first time you want to do it, so you'll have to bear with us tonight. But in the meantime, if you'll stand for our invocation by Commissioner Holberg and our place to the flag by Commissioner Ward.
Let's bow our heads, please. Father, we're here today to ask for your blessings and guidance in the performance of our duties as elected officials. We pray for strength, love, knowledge, and understanding. Help us to recognize and solve the problems that are presented. Make our solutions fair and just to the best interests of everyone. Help us to overcome our shortcomings and keep us united as a team to work for the betterment of the city and its people. We pray in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Please face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What am I going to do? This.
All right, our first order of business tonight is to recognize Todd Pratt, sorry about that, of the Information Technology Department as the July 2013 Strongest Link Award recipient. Jack Poland will address. Whoops, we should have amended the agenda. We'll do that next.
I would say good evening, good afternoon. Todd, you want to come up, please? And Jackson, would you like to come up with Dad and Holly? How are you tonight? Good time, boy. I really feel very honored in being able to do the presentation tonight for Todd. Todd is a unique individual in that, as I can see in Jackson, his son here, he's got energy that is unbelievable, and I remember when I interviewed him, he came in and he hit the ground running. He says, you know, you could just feel the energy from him. I can do your job. I'm a go-getter. And I tell you what, he's come in and he hasn't stopped since he's been working for the city. One thing that also I have to say that with employees of particularly the IT department, I've always asked them, I said, there's only two things I really ask of you. And one of them is always be forward thinking out of the box. And I tell you what, Todd has done that and more. And it's this visionary forward thinking that helps bring our department and the city to where it is today. And as I said, I really can't say enough about Todd except, he's a great employee, and we're lucky and fortunate to have him working for the city. With that said, I'd like to present Todd with the Strongest Link in the Chain Award for the month of July, much deserved. So Todd, I want to thank you for all your hard work.
Thanks, sir.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Where's the chain?
Yeah.
Where's the chain?
Where's the chain?
Can he carry that?
Can you carry the strongest link?
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Oh, wow. There you go. I forgot, and I didn't do this in law. You got anything you'd like to say? Because Laura is the one that also recognized Todd, and I'd like to.
You said it very well.
And I'd like to at least say thank you, Laura.
Well, my pleasure. You did a great job, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Jack.
Yes.
Did you notice, man? Look at this.
Oh.
We all have them up here. My keyboard came alive, but other than that. Okay, Doug.
I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda by adding an executive session pursuant to OCGA Section 51436 for the purpose of deliberating or discussing the evaluation of personnel to follow the regular scheduled meeting.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to go into closed session for personnel reasons. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay.
Are we skipping over number 2? We're going.
We're going back. We're just amending the agenda for our program to be over, when it's over. All right, we should have done that first, here. Okay, item number 2 is Clyde Forbes will make a presentation to the Commission regarding the Hopeful Boys Center Incorporated mentoring program. Mr. Forbes, welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Today I just wanted to introduce to the Commissioners Hopeful Boys Center has been operating here in Spalding County, a nonprofit organization here in Spalding County for the last 5 years, working with at-risk young men. And one of the things, the challenges we've met as far as just getting cooperation and getting the whole city and everybody involved. And so we just wanted to introduce ourselves as far as what we're doing in the city and in this county, working with our young men. And so we, our organization here, and we're excited with what we're doing. One of the juvenile delinquency is on an increase. And one of our things is to reduce our recidivism as far as with our young men, get them plugged into something positive. We've created programs to help this to happen. And so we are again looking as far as an organization to partner with the city to make this a successful program to help the kids and the citizens of Spalding County. And so I want to again thank you for allowing me to share it today. And whatever we could do as far as working together, I look forward to making that happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, item number 4, recognize the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting and the Award for Outstanding Achievement in Popular Annual Financial Reporting. Marcus Schwab will address.
Madam Chairman, did you want to make a note that we're pulling item number 3 for a future meeting?
Yes, we are going to hold item number 3 for a future meeting at the request of Commissioner Bayo.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And congratulations is order for the city of Griffin. Again, I forgot what number this was, but this was the next time that they've won the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report from, this is awarded by the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada. And it's a prestigious award in that it reflects the quality of the accounting and reporting that goes into the report, and it also shows the business acumen that the city is being run in accordance with government accounting standards, and it's being run with a business mindset, and that they're doing a really good job in their overall management. So congratulations on that. And we also received for the Popular Annual Financial Report the certificate or the award for outstanding achievement in popular financial reporting, also for 2012. They've changed the boards now on a granite plaque with options for like 10 little buttons on them, so each one will represent 10 years. So congratulations to you as the
And congratulations to you, Marcus, because I know how much work you put into this. So we didn't get it without your input. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, at this time we will review our financials for June 2013, and Marcus will come back to the mic.
Yes, I had to retrieve my financial statements. Okay. Now, bear with me one second. I had everything here. We're right there. And the first item up will be the cash balance report. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to entertain those. We didn't have anything significant to report.
Good cash. Good.
Okay. All items are in the positive, and we've made sure everything's ticked and tied. Okay. Next item up is the local option sales tax report. Again, this is for the year, and as we can see here, we're pretty much on target. slightly above, but we came in as we expected. The SPLOST, however, fell somewhat short, which was also to be expected. And we've also positioned some of the projects down the road a piece in case there's a recovery.
Seems to be a weakening in the economy this last quarter
Yes.
compared to a year ago.
Well, there's been some banter back and forth between the Fed chairman and the markets echoing those responses. So now there's uncertainty in the markets at the moment, which will then eventually settle down as soon as they decide who they're going to appoint.
Well, I noticed in the Atlanta AJC this morning that they were saying that the state was 6.7% ahead of receipts as far as, you know, I guess taxes and local option sales tax and all of that. So sounds good statewide.
Marcus, what you hearing from the county that SPLOST is about 8% behind, however ours is 14%?
Yes, sir.
Why is that?
They're reserving funds to set aside for the bond payments, so we're still lagging. The bond has to be satisfied first. So basically what they're doing is if they're 8% short, they're going to withhold the distributions.
Right. Well, I had asked, Dr. Keller had asked me about the money for the upgrade to Potato Creek.
Yes.
And they said that the money had not come in yet. And then Kenny had asked them about, and William had said that they were about 8% off or whatever. So he didn't say anything else about the other.
Well, we've been in communication with the county, and we understand that this 8% has been flowing into the mix. For us, a small 8% as part of the big picture. Ours distribution, Brant, was what, 29%?
29.63322.
Okay, so a percentage of that, even though now that we have a smaller share of the pie, a small adjustment could mean a 10% swing or a 6% swing in the variance.
Gotcha. Are there any other questions or statements? Thank you, Martha.
I do have the financials by fund.
Okay.
The interim statements.
Right.
On the transfers, I know you've got to do the adjustments for the end of the year and stuff, so those are still kind of out of whack, but I'm sure those will show up corrected with the...
How so, sir?
Going to the electric department.
Sure, let me go there.
I'm still trying to chase it down.
Let me see here.
Like the water, wastewater, I think it was right on budget for about the 10%, the $1.8 million.
What page are you on? Help me out here, sir.
I'm looking.
Down the bottom right-hand corner?
After water, wastewater.
You want the
Yeah, water,
paperwork?
wastewater, so it transfers in and out of 1.95 million, which is right in line, but then you go to the electric department.
Well, the water side, sir, if I may interject, the water side is locked at $1.8 million for the year.
Right.
There is an increase in the transfer out, you said 1.9 million, and that deals with CDBG.
I'm talking about just strictly on that.
It deals with what was the last thing you said?
CDBG.
Oh, CDBG.
Right, because the wastewater department has to front the money for the match.
I understand, but that 1.9 million is the profit that we're transferring.
I'd beg to differ on that one. It's fixed as a transfer of 1.8 million to the general fund. If there is a larger transfer out, that deals with other projects.
Okay, but then the electric department should be somewhere around $6-7 million, but it's showing 1.8 million.
Right. That is a final number that we're going to true up here at the end.
Okay,
and that it will be pegged at the 15%, and we're not going to be transferring any more than that.
Just those still have to be adjusted.
Yes, sir. These are pre-audit, and we're close to wrapping up the audit, and those are one of the final numbers that get adjusted at the end of the year.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
At this time, we'll open the floor for comments from citizens. In the audience, comments should relate to a specific agenda item not listed on the agenda for a public hearing or to a concern within the jurisdiction of the city. Commission meetings serve the purpose of conducting city business and are not a forum for the unlimited expression of opinion. The chairperson reserves the right to limit comments to matters germane to city business and may refer speakers to the city manager or other staff for a resolution. Having said that, is there anyone on my left who would like to come forward and make a citizen comment? Is there anyone on my right who would like to come forward? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record.
How about that? Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir.
My name is Zachary Holmes, 357 Moreland Road, Griffin, Georgia, but I'm representing Griffin Spalding County School System on tonight. I apologize for my leisure attire, but I just finished cutting Chief Strickland's grass and I didn't have time to change clothes.
You got a big yard.
We're at the Griffin Spalding County School System are going to be celebrating our 60th year. And we wanted to, first of all, I need to let you know that I've been appointed as the liaison for the Griffin City Commissioners meeting. So we're trying to bridge that gap on what's going on between government and this community. So that's why I'm here as a representative, and I wanted to present each and every one of you T-shirts, and I hope we have the appropriate size. If anyone has an incorrect size, just skip Mr. McLemore. He can get him one some other time.
His head's pretty big. Do you make that an extra wide collar?
Oh, you're going to make us select size.
Yeah, I'm going to let you.
Oh, so you didn't even guess at our size.
Yeah, and I just wanted to convey that we do appreciate our working relationship and how you all have worked with us in the past on getting things done for our kids. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. It's always good to have you here with us. All right, while we do that, we have no public hearings for this evening, and we have on our consent agenda to consider approval of minutes of workshop on July the 23rd, 2013, and minutes of regular scheduled meeting on July the 23rd, 2013.
I'm Chair, I believe we have to take these separately. We had two absences on the first. I'll start with the minutes of the workshop for July 23rd, and I will move that we approve them as presented unless there are any corrections or additions.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second? Second. All right, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. And this is approval of the minutes, and that is, Sherry, you weren't here either, were you?
Yeah, he was there. I was here.
Okay, that's 6-0.
I wasn't here.
502.
It's 5-0, thank you.
502.
I couldn't see all the arms. All right, now the other
number
one.
2, I move that we approve the minutes of the regular scheduled meeting of the same date, unless there are corrections or additions.
Are there? All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay.
601.
601 extension. Whatever. All right, now we're down to the regular agenda. Item number 7, consider execution of an agreement with Allen Smith Consulting to prepare the City of Griffin's fiscal year 2014 Community Development Block Grant application to the Georgia Department of Human Affairs. Taurus Freeman is here to address, in this case, Dr. Brant Keller.
This is going to be for Phase 6 or Zone 6. Last week for Zone 5, and this is going to come basically the service area that we'll be looking at. It goes from the west side of North Hill to the north side of East Cherry and Austin, to the south to East Quarry, and to the east, plus a little more to the east on North 15th Street. This particular community development block grant this year will be in the magnitude of about $360,000 to $500,000, be a little less than what we've seen in the future due to the way the 8 zones are configured. There's approximately 125 homes in this area that will be affected with the improvements in water and sewer. And just as an update, we've done about $3.2 million worth of improvements in this improvement zone over the last 5 phases. And the total value
At today's cost, it will be an improvement to that neighborhood of about $6.5 million over the next couple. And we feel very fortunate. This year, as you know, the money was more competitive. And because we were able to do our due diligence, and because we're a water first community, and a couple other things that Taurus could tell you about that I'm not that familiar with, we feel fortunate. So this year, again, we are going to pursue Zone 6, and we need your approval to move forward with this group, please.
All right, very good.
Can we ask if any of you own properties or have properties affected in the target area?
I would be abstaining due to family conflicts of property ownership in the area.
Thank you, Drew.
Anyone else?
I have a question.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
On this agreement with Alan Smith Consulting, why is it not that we don't bid on these things?
This is basically
They're professional consultants.
I understand, but what I'm saying is it possible that somebody else may have been cheaper, a little bit cheaper?
It's not. It's a combination of things, Commissioner. It's not just whether the value, the price point's there. It's also the ability for them to work on this project for 8 periods of time. These 8 zones. Once those zones are completed, they're very familiar with the work site. Then we'll probably entertain, if we go into another area, the opportunity for some other folks to look at this. They have, I won't say proprietary knowledge, but they have intimate knowledge of all these 8 zones and how they present it to the DCA. So basically, it's kind of like a task order for them until they finish the 8 zones.
You're not required to go out and bid the services of a grant writer.
I know you're not required.
This is a company the city has used successfully for many years.
I just have a problem with that. That we don't bid things out, see if we can get a cheaper price on it. I really have a problem with that. Although I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
If there's no objection, I move we approve.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, and those opposed, raise yours. Okay, it's 6-1, Judy. Thank you. You did abstain, but you raised.
I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, you didn't? All right,
No, ma'am.
6-0-1. Thank you. I thought I saw yours. 5-1. Mercy. Too many conflicts.
One of those numbers.
All right, you got it, Judy.
Hey, the conflict.
Okay, good, thank you. All right, we have got a corrected item number 8, and so at this time, we will consider approval by resolution to amend the City of Griffin's operating and capital budgets for fiscal year 2012-2013 in the amount of $10,536,610, and fiscal year 2013-2014 in the amount of $10,925,392 for the rollover of fiscal year 2013 projects that we will complete in fiscal year 2014.
Madam Chair, I move we approve these resolutions as presented.
Second with a question.
All right, we have a motion and a second with a question. Go right ahead.
Well, Marcus, will this reduce this current fiscal year's overall budget when it gets, instead of being $105 million, it'll be reduced by about $10 million to the $95 million price range?
2013 will be reduced for the amount of the rollovers for about roughly 9 point something million dollars. There are a couple amendments in there for the CDBG programs which need to be amended. Those will increase. And then in 2014, those items that were amended out and those projects that were amended out from 13 will increase the budget for 14.
So our 14 budget will go from, I think it was $105 million to $115 million with this added into it?
Combined, yes, in the aggregate, yes, sir.
And the other question, in the past on the Commissioner Contingency Fund, it's showing $80,000. In the past, we didn't spend it, it just went away. This, I think it's the first year we've actually rolled it over for future uses.
For 13, we did roll out of 12 to 13. We did roll some $40,000 out of the contingency that was then subsequently used for the tennis courts, correct, Brant? Yes, we did the lower courts, I believe. I don't know if we did the upper ones. The lower 2. So those ones were used for that purpose. In this instance, we're taking the money, we've been asked to roll that money forward without really an objective in place. There are 2 possibilities. One was for the park and one was for the for the golf course. Not for the golf course, for the tennis courts. So, however the board wishes to use those funds, that's at your discretion, and you just give us the instructions on how we want those monies placed in action. We can do that.
Thank you.
Are you satisfied with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. It is 7-0, Judy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus. Item number 9, consider approval of a contract with TCA Electrical to dismantle the old and install the airport's new beacon tower as part of the Airport Improvement Grant Project AP 013-9019-29, parentheses 255. Hereafter referred to as AIP-29 for the purposes of improving the Griffin Spalding County Airport safety and infrastructure. And AIP stands for Annual
Airport
Improvement Project. Yes,
and this is one of those 90-10 matches, and I move we approve.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, it is unanimous, Judy. Thank you. Item number 10, consider approval of a resolution to terminate the Airport Advisory Board.
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve and a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, it is unanimous. Thank you. Item number 11, consider approval of a timber contract between Spalding County, City of Griffin, and Moore Crowell Incorporated, recipient of bid from Joel Vincent and Associates. Frank Strickland will address. Good afternoon, Chief.
I move we approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
All righty. Are there any questions? Gee, I made you get up for nothing. Okay, if you're ready for the vote, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, it is unanimous. Thank you.
I'm delighted this project's finally moving forward, Chief. It's a great one.
Right. Item number 12, consider approval of a supplemental agreement with Paragon Consulting Group for Harry Simmons Water Treatment Plant for engineering, design, and construction management of four drain valves and actuators in the amount of $24,720.
Madam Chair, I move we approve, and I have a comment.
Second.
We have a motion and a second with a comment, okay?
I'm amazed that these have worked for 84 years, these valves.
In the old days, they made things a little better than they do in the new days.
That's astounding to me.
More better?
I was going to say,
that excludes me, right?
You're not alone there. All righty. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. All right. It is unanimous. Thank you. Item number 13, consider approval for EDT Waterworks to conduct a value analysis review of the Potato Creek wastewater treatment plant in the amount not to exceed $5,500.
Madam Chair, I move we approve, and I have a question.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Go ahead, Commissioner Morrow.
If I understand this, are you saying that the cost projection that I guess Pedro did for this is highly suspect? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not so much highly suspect, but the last two projects that we're working on have come over in the initial capital improvements budget that was presented to us in our water and wastewater master plans. The last two projects were in the ballpark of $4.3 million understated. So yeah, I guess you could say that.
This is another one of those ooh-oohs that we dealt with.
Well, we just want to make sure before we go to GFA that we've got the right value to get the loan in the winter. And if we don't want to have to go back a second time.
Okay, you've heard the question. Any other questions? All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, it is unanimous. Thank you. Item number 14, consider first reading of an ordinance amending the Code of Griffin, Georgia at Chapter 38 Courts by repealing Section 38-13, Technology Surcharge, and amend the City of Griffin's fiscal year 2013-14 operating and capital budget in the amount of $46,900 in connection with the new ordinance. City Attorney Drew Whalen is here in case if we have any questions.
This is a matter of housekeeping.
Matter of housekeeping. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
All right.
I move we approve.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, a motion and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, it is unanimous. Thank you. Item number 15. Consider approval to accept donation of land for expansion of Turner Street Park. M. Douglas Holberg, Jr., owner of real property at 509 and 523 North 12th Street, has donated the lot which abuts Turner Street Park, also previously donated to the city by Mr. Holberg for park expansion. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor, please.
I'll be abstaining.
Oh, you shouldn't have to abstain in this one.
Yes.
Okay. All right, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay. 6-4 and one abstention. Okay.
Six.
Six, I said six.
601.
Yeah, well, and I said in one abstention.
Okay. Oh.
She can add.
I just realized what you were saying.
Right, okay. I know, I apologize for that. Item number 16. And I don't think I have to abstain, do I? Consider approval for Chairperson Joanne Todd to attend the GMA Fall Training Program on September the 17th, 2013 at the Georgia Center in Athens, Georgia.
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to
Second.
approve and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. It is unanimous, Judy.
Can't extend that, can we?
Harry.
Right, smart.
Have gone longer?
He's going with me. What are you talking about? You better worry about the perks the driver gets. Item number 17. Consider two resolutions authorizing the chairperson of the City of Griffin Board of Commissioners to execute amendments to the land lease options, lease agreements, and communication tower agreements on SBA, I guess that's small business, whatever, SBA properties for premises at 401 North Expressway and 869 South 9th Street. City Manager Kenny Smith will address.
Madam Chair, I move we approve these.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. All right, it is unanimous. Thank you. That concludes our agenda. City Manager, do you have a report?
Got an executive session.
Right, well, we're still going to do this before we go to executive session.
We talked about the CDBG that we have in place, or actually we talked about the one for next year that we're contracting with Alan Smith, but I think as Brent mentioned and you're aware, we received notification that we're recipients of another $500,000 for this year that we'll be working on, I believe, in Zone 5. So we're kind of on the roll with CDBG, and we've been quite successful over the last 6-7 years or so to have success in our grants, and we're looking forward to another one. Workshop on the 27th, I'd like for you to start thinking about the SPLOST projects. We need to start some discussion. As you know, we'll kind of need to reach an agreement by the end of the year, so if we can start some discussion, so we'll have time to start looking at projects and cost on those projects. I want to congratulate Marcus and thank he and the finance department for their awards. Sometimes those are taken lightly, and I don't want us to take them lightly. We've received those for 9 or 10 years in a row now, and a lot of hard work from the staff goes into that, and I appreciate the finance department for their hard work in getting both of those awards. And finally, I want to introduce Alvin Huff to the board and to the community. Alvin started today as our citizen engagement specialist, and he's already just caught it from all sides in the 8 hours or 9 to 10 hours that he's been here today. We're really looking forward to Alvin educating our citizens, getting information out, engaging our citizens, and we're excited to have him on board. And our Citizens Government Academy will be starting on September the 5th. We've got about 10 applicants so far, so really need you to contact your constituents and those people that you think will benefit from that program and get their applications in so we can get them in the process and start our Citizens Government Academy on Thursday, September the 5th. And as you know, that's the night that we make introductions. So if you can put that on your calendar to be here that night and get to meet that new class, this will be, I believe, the 9th Citizens Government Academy that we'll be having on September the 5th.
Okay, I'll now entertain a motion to go into closed session.
Commissioner comments?
Well, if you want to do you want to make commission comments? Let's do it all before we go in, sure. Drew, do you have anything to say?
No comment.
All right. She here?
Yes. I want to thank Chief Strickland and the Griffin Police Department for allowing us to use the vehicle to carry. We carried Mr. Forbes and I carried about 30-some odd kids to the Atlanta Falcons game, preseason game.
Oh, wow.
Although they got whooped pretty bad there, the kids did enjoy themselves, and I want to thank Chief Strickland for always being there for us.
Okay, very good. Mr. Morrow?
I'd like to second the congratulations to Marcus and his team, because this distinction in counting and excellence to me is extraordinarily important, and you're on a roll, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. Secondly, last night we had a very good airport authority meeting, and we had about 50 folks in attendance, and we allowed anybody who wanted to speak. Many did, and it was on balance positive. Most of the speakers were in favor of the airport, and a few were not, but they were polite, and we had a nice meeting, and I thought it was a very good experience. So, unfortunately, there's a lot of information being circulated, and we cleared that up with our truth squad last night, but we need about 100 times that audience to try to straighten up some of the things being said. So,
Commissioner Holbert?
National Scout Jamboree, I was gone on the 23rd of the commission, that 10-day period. It was unbelievable to have 40,000 scouts and scouters from all over the country. On the day y'all were having your meeting, we actually did a day of service where we worked with Somerville, West Virginia, actually clearing bike trails and stuff like that and stuff. So it was exciting to see scouting living strong. And being gone, y'all were supposed to take care of one thing, and that was resolve the 800 megahertz issue. And of course, y'all tabled it, and we got to still deal with it.
Waiting on you.
Waiting on me.
Waiting on you.
And thank you for passing the golf cart ordinance. I've already heard from several constituents appreciating us moving forward, so they can go to Piggly Wiggly now.
There you go, and I know that's a big deal, and Piggly Wiggly appreciates it too. Ryan, nothing. Cora?
Chief, how long are the police going to be out on Cersei Avenue on our new one-way street that is not going over too well, because people are kind of doing their own thing and making it not a one-way street?
I love it.
We're going to probably do an education process, just warn folks about going on through.
Is that right?
I would say we're early today, we'll make sure that we got something saying that's no through for out on Broad.
Okay. Well, there's that sign that says it's a dead end, but can we put like I don't know, some barrels or something? Because you get all the way to the end of the street before you realize that it's where it's been marked off with the white lines or whatever, but by that time you're all the way at the end of the street.
I'll meet with David at the sign shop and we'll figure something out.
Okay, because where the sign is, it just kind of blends into whatever's on that fence right there. And I mean, I drove down the street and I got halfway and I thought, did I go the right way on the one-way street or not? So
I have to get the sign done.
Yeah.
We'll do something to get it more better where it's more recognized.
Okay.
There's that. It can't get any better than that if it's more. So
I got halfway before I realized I might have been going the wrong way. So
I'd like to. You don't have anything? I would like to commend Commissioner Morrow last night for an outstanding presentation on the Spalding County budget. Yeah, and the problems that we have when we try to do something together. He did an outstanding job of explaining to the people the whole process of the airport relocation. I had great participation, and I heard we had a few people but who may not have necessarily approved, but they were very courteous. It was a well-organized meeting, and Robert, we appreciate all your hard work as well. I wish everyone could have heard it. It was an excellent presentation, and I would be remiss if I didn't publicly recognize Mr. Morrow for the outstanding job that he did do last night. And I think the entire people, all the people that were here, were very pleased with the facts of the new airport. Having said that, do we have a motion to go into closed session?
Make a motion to go in closed session.
Second? Second. All right. Everybody in favor, raise your hand. Okay, it is unanimous. Thank you.